for my 36-week update, and there's been kind of a lot of changes this week, so I will just start from the beginning of my notes. First of all, I'll just talk about kind of the symptoms I have been having, and because a lot has changed in the last week from like the whole pregnancy, everything was like fairly consistent, but a lot has been happening recently. So first of all, I don't know if I talked about this in a past video, but I've been having this kind of feeling where it feels like just a quick lightning zap like down through my cervix, and I've been calling it lightning crotch because I don't know what else to call it. So I'm going to tell you right now, there's probably a lot of TMI in this video, so if you don't want to watch that, then go ahead and watch something else. So I've been having the lightning crotch where it's just like a lightning bolt and it's like a zap of pain and then it's gone. So I'm not sure what that could be, but that's something. I've been having like a lot more discharge, and I actually called because I was worried. It's changed from like discharge you think you'd see like around ovulation to just like basically water, like my underwear will just be wet, and so I was worried that I was leaking, but they reassured me that I am probably not, because it's not increasing, it's not happening like after I stand up from going to the bathroom or when I squat or things like that. So I think it's just an increased discharge. It's just part of getting to the end of pregnancy. I have been having a lot more Braxton Hicks contractions, so like the tightening of my stomach. Definitely they're happening more frequently and they're stronger. And I don't know if they feel stronger because he's gone through such a growth spurt and my belly is so big now as to when I remembered them kind of starting back in like the 25 weeks or so, but they're definitely more noticeable. Like if I move, my whole belly feels like a bowling ball when they're happening. So again, all of these things obviously are in the book as like pre-labor symptoms, but I am just not going to look at them as any sort of signs or anything like that because I'm not even 37 weeks yet, and it could very well be like 5 more weeks before I have my baby. So there's no point in thinking, oh my gosh, it's about to happen, because it might not. And if it does, great, but if it doesn't, then I didn't get my hopes up. I have been having a little bit more like kind of diarrhea, and the whole pregnancy I just basically had normal poop with the exception of a couple times where I was constipated. But I've been having a little bit of diarrhea, and again, obviously that's one of those things, like labor could be starting, but really I don't know. Along with that, I have been feeling pretty good. Like I've been feeling good. At my last appointment with my midwife, I had told her about all the vomiting and how I was having trouble, you know, eating enough during the day, and so she said I should just start taking the Zofran preventatively. So because I wake up every hour to go to the bathroom anyways, around my like 5 or 6 a.m. wake up, I just take a Zofran while I'm in the bathroom, and then when I wake up at 8, I don't have to run to the bathroom and vomit for an hour and a half before I can start my day, and that has been amazing. So I'm sure that's part of the reason I've been feeling so good, because I haven't had to deal with the throwing up that I've been dealing with since 6 weeks. So it's been a blessing. It's definitely been a blessing to be able to wake up without being sick. And so I've been enjoying like making breakfast, going for a walk with our dog and my husband and things like that, and that's been really nice. But along that, feeling good, by like 8 or 9, I'm just like checked out. Like I'm done for the day because I get tired and I just can't do anymore. So I have actually every day this last week taken a bath at the end of the day, because I have also, I don't think I mentioned this, also been getting a little bit of lower back pain with those more frequent Braxton Hicks, and so I just by the end of the day a bath just feels good. So I get in the bath for a little while, and my husband comes and kind of helps lift me out because it's kind of hard to get up at this point, and then I usually go and lay down and go to bed. I have been also taking something called Gentle Birth Formula, and this is by Mountain Meadow Herbs. Hope you can see that. And this is basically like a liquid dropper, and it is a childbirth support supplement, and you take it from 35 weeks on. I didn't start until 36 weeks, but it has blessed thistle herb, red raspberry, false unicorn, partridge berry, blue cohosh, ginger root, skullcap, motherwort, wild lamb, and bayberry. And I know that some people are going to say blue cohosh. That's been proven dangerous. That study was discredited. In the amount that it is in here, it is a safe amount of cohosh, and I feel comfortable with it. I talked to my midwife about it, so my blood pressure's been fine. You know, if you have elevated blood pressure, you may want to reconsider cohoshes because they can mess with your blood pressure a little bit, but my blood pressure has been fine, if not under 120/80, almost the entire pregnancy. It was a little high in the beginning, but since then it just went down and it's just stayed level. So I've only been taking it for a few days, so I don't know if I've noticed anything or not yet. I definitely had my first diva pregnant moment. For the most part, I have been really easygoing. I can kind of deal with any situation that we're in. I can usually have a good amount of energy to keep going, keep up with whatever's going on. But my husband's sister, so my sister-in-law, is in town for the summer from college. She's 21 and her boyfriend is here, and they wanted to come over and cook because she's staying with her mom whose kitchen is being remodeled. So they said, we love cooking together. Can we come over and cook dinner for you? And so it was me, my husband, her boyfriend, and my husband's mom and dad. So that's a lot of people, and we have a very small kitchen, so we have to set up like a table in our back room. So I was already kind of like, you know, our kitchen is spotless right now. I've kept it really clean, and they're gonna come in, make it, because she's a great girl. You know, I'm not knocking her, but I really didn't want to clean it up. But I said okay, so they came over, and like 15 minutes into the cooking process, they have our oven going, our microwave going, the stove top's going, the power goes out. And it's been about 90 degrees, so I have really valued our air conditioning. So the power goes out, we call the energy company and they say it's not going to be back on until 10:30 p.m. This was at like 6:30 p.m. So we're like, well, this sucks. And my father-in-law, since they had the salad ready but nothing else was done, the chicken was partially cooked and they were making like a chicken pasta with cream sauce, his idea is, well, let's sit down and we'll all eat the salads together and then we'll go over to my house and they can finish cooking the meal. And I'm like, in what world does this make sense? Why should we pull out, you know, 6 plates here when I can't even use the dishwasher, then go to your house, pull out 6 more plates, make more dishes? Like, no, let's just take everything and go to your house. And so, and everyone else was okay with that. He was like, all right, fine, you know, we can do that too, that's fine. And the whole time I'm thinking, you know, we're in our little house, it's really hot and muggy out. Every like minute that's ticking, I can feel the temperature rising, and having 6 like kind of revved up bodies surrounding me was just heating the room faster, and it was starting to get to me. And my husband is like, you know, I don't want to go anywhere, I'm settled for the night, I don't want to drive to his house, which is like 10 minutes away, so it's not that far, but he didn't want to go anywhere. And so his mom, because he's kind of a mama's boy, his mom was like, okay, well let's just eat the salads here and then we can go. And I'm like, no, I don't want to eat a salad, I need an actual meal, you know. I didn't say that, but I'm thinking that in my head. And she was like, no, he wants to stay, so we'll stay, you know, because my husband didn't want to go anywhere. And I was kind of thinking, okay, if they just eat the salads and go, but I was so hungry. And so I totally just lost it and blurted out, you know, no, I'm pregnant, I'm hot, and I want to go to his house. And so everyone just kind of looked at me like, wow, because I don't usually have like outbursts. I usually just, I'm very flexible and I kind of go along with whatever, but everyone was getting so like revved up and like, should we do this, should we do this, should we do this, and making it so overcomplicated. So I just said, no, it's really hot out, it's getting hot in here, I'm pregnant, and I want to leave. So we packed up all our things, and my husband and I hadn't left because we were going to take the dog out, but everyone else in the 2 other cars had left. And the second they pulled out of the driveway, our power came back on. So we called them and everyone came back and they finished the dinner and it was fine. But the whole rest of the night, my father-in-law kept just like saying, I'm pregnant, I'm hot, and I want to leave. And just kind of laughing at me. So luckily everyone said, you know, like, I'm surprised this is the first time you've gotten upset. You know, you're allowed, you're pregnant, it's hot out, blah, blah, blah. But I still was just really embarrassed. So that was my, you know, my diva moment for this pregnancy. And so I definitely, you know, while I've been in really good spirits and feeling really good about everything, I have definitely realized that my like mental will and patience are starting to drain a little. Other than that, I think I pretty much covered everything. His movements, again, I think I said last week, have definitely changed. They are not kicks anymore, they're just like little shifts and stuff. He gets the hiccups like 2 times every day. And I have an appointment today, so I'm going to find out, but I've been feeling like something really hard up here, and I don't know if he went through a growth spurt and that's his butt, but I'm just praying that it's not his head. I don't think he would have flipped from head down to breech in 1 week. I hope. But I am hoping to get good news and hear that he is still head down, still anterior, and everything is all good there. So we are heading in today for my 36-week appointment, and then also we have the handling complications class, which our birth center requires. I think just to kind of, let us know what would happen in the event of certain situations. So that is a required class that we're doing today, and I think I'll also get all the information about what to pack for the birth center and things like that. So I will make a video on that in the next week when I get packed. I am having the Group B strep swab, and I don't know how no one has mentioned this in a video before, because I've seen plenty of women talk about the Group B strep test. But it has to go in both holes. It's not the end of the world, it's not that big of a deal, but really? I mean, how did no one tell me this? It would be nice to be prepared. Luckily, my midwife said something about it, and they're going to let me do it on my own, but it's just like, how has no one mentioned that? I mean, that's kind of a significant fact, It's not just a little swab. It's like a swab, and then they also have to go in your butt. And so I want to know that ahead of time. I don't want someone to just stick something up my butt, but I'm glad I know. So for everyone else out there, it goes in both holes, so just be prepared for that. We've also been having lots of talks about what kinds of treatment we want for our newborn, and for the most part, I think we have those decisions made. We are avoiding the eye ointment. The only thing it's used for is if you have gonorrhea or herpes. Those could possibly blind your baby if they're transferred from the mom to the baby, but my husband and I have both been tested. We are only partners, and I know that a lot of people say you should do it anyways because you do not know that your husband is not cheating on you, whatever, but we've both recently been tested because we both felt better about it. I mean, you wouldn't probably have those things and not know, but we wanted it on paper so that we weren't risking anything for our baby. And I am 110% confident that we are both each other's only partners. So we are going to forego the eye ointment. The birth center does not offer the hepatitis B shot, so that answers that pretty easily. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And the one decision we still need to make is whether or not we want to do vitamin K. I'm pretty sure that I do want to do it. It's just between the oral and the shot. So I need to do some more research on that, but if anyone has any good resources, not just your personal opinion, but some actual good resources, please comment below and let me know. So I think I have said a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and do a belly shot and then end this video. And next week I will see you guys when baby is full term. Okay, here is 36 weeks and 3 days belly. Definitely getting some new stretch marks, but that's okay. So, I don't think my belly button's gonna come out. So, there we have it, and thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye.